the woman there said, son, I want the best air conditioner you have. And I went to the 14 SEER unit and said, okay, so here's 14 SEER unit, it has this, it has that, blah, 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 blah. She said, okay, is that the best you have? Well, it's something a little bit better, but she's like, I specifically asked you for the best you have. So then I bumped it up a level to like the 16 SEER, and I gave her the price. I'm like, we could do this for like $6,500, and we finance, just so you know. And she said, all right, look, is that the best you got? I said, no. She's like, all right, son, let me tell you a little bit about me. There's a brick wall right here, and there's a brick wall right here. About 5-6 years ago, there was a drive-by and bullets flew through my front window. So now when I get home, I sit here in the dining room. I got a brick wall right here in front of me and a brick wall behind me. I sit here and I watch TV and I watch my stories, and I turn on my air conditioner. So I really love two things. I love my air conditioner and I love my stories. So I asked you for the best you have. I said, okay, so the best we have, and I wrote up like a 20 SEER, it was 18 SEER at the time, 18 SEER, and this is the best we have, 14,000. I'm not even joking, she reached into her bra, pulled out a wad of $100 bills, and started counting them. Gave me $14,000 on the spot. We put it in the next day. But what I had done there is I had prejudged the call before walking in. I decided that she didn't have money. And if she did have money, it wouldn't be right if I took it. But that wasn't my money to spend or decide what to do with. It was theirs. And it's also wouldn't have been my lack of money to deal with. That's theirs. That's their problem. We all have jobs. We all have things that we do. Unfortunately, I can't make decisions for how you spend or save your money. Just like you can't make decisions on how I spend or save my money. And so we can't make decisions on how a customer spends or saves their money. We have to be a contractor, an expert when we come to their house, and we're only there for them to solve their problems. Yes, we want our company to be a trusted family friend, but a trusted family friend that they understand that they have to pay. Right? I want them to get the same experience if Gary walks in there and gives them a great job on an AC, then if they call and they have a drain that needs to be fixed. For what? And then the same experience when you come in and you do maintenance and you do a great job and say, hey, look, I looked at your ductwork, you have a lot of dirt in there, I just want to let you know. And I mean, whether that's him coming in and selling a $15,000 system, him coming in and selling a $5,000 drain cleaning, and then you coming in and selling them $2,000 or $3,000 worth of ductwork cleaning, that is not our choices to make. We're there to do a specific job. You are there to tell them about what might go wrong, right? You're there to fix plumbing. You're there to fix AC or heat.
I'm here to make their life better.
That's what we're all there for.
I'm there to maintain their system, make sure.
I always look at it as I used to do like how he was saying, I used to prejudge the money, and I used to look at the money that way. I've now adopted my own thinking to where they have, in my mind, they have the money that they could buy the platinum on everything. And then that's why I give it to them. It's not my choice of how much money you do or don't have, so I assume you have enough. And then I give it to them. If they don't have it, all right, well, then it goes down a level.
Now you see on there where it says, does your past cloud your, with customers of this type cloud judgment? Everybody knows what a stereotype is, right? We all have like customers that always drive us crazy when we go out there. Indians, people from India, they drive us crazy because they hammer you with questions and they negotiate every penny, right? It's a cultural thing. That's what they do. They cannot buy something without negotiating it.
There's a couple of nationalities that way.
Yeah, if you say $5, they got to have it for $4.50, even if they're a millionaire.
They
right?
have to feel they won.
Yeah, they have to feel that they want, and there's different cultures that are like that. So, whenever you go in there and you're presenting an option, you need to keep that in mind to not let it cloud your judgment on what you're offering. Also, are you trying to become their friend or their service professional? I think that I would rather be their service professional than their friend.
I got enough friends.
All right, here's one that's it's often difficult for everybody, is outside to introduce yourself, leave the chit chat at the door. You're gonna have customers, they're gonna try to start conversations with you. Honestly, when you're doing your diagnosis, one word answers. If they say, could it be this, could it be that?
I don't know yet.
I don't know. I'll let you know whenever as soon as I know, I'll talk to you about it. I literally won't tell them. Like when I'm trying to create a breakaway, when I say, I'm gonna get my tools and get to work, and as soon as I figure out what's going on, I'll come back and get you, and I'll walk over to the unit. Sometimes we'll have that customer that'll follow me to it.
I had one yesterday, he was on the floor with me. Like,
Yeah.
he was literally laying on the floor under the sink, looking the whole time I was working. And every time he asked me something, I would just, like you said, give him, one word answers.
Yep.
I'm not sure, I don't know, let me take a look. That's what I kept doing.
Yeah.
But he was literally, if I could've took a picture of this guy, he was an old guy too, he was literally laying on the floor,
He's gotta
Just
watch
looking.
that one video.
I was there for about 30
Yeah,
minutes, he
Ten
stayed on that floor
Commandments
30
thing.
minutes.
Yeah.
The 10 Commandments of HVAC.
So I kept going back to the truck like, oh, I gotta go grab this just to see if he'll break away. No. He came right back, right back on the floor, was like,
What's
The-
that?
the
Can't
one
shake
that
them
walks-
sometimes.
what's that? What's that?
Oh man, I've gotten on their nerves, man, because I had a couple that I was trying to shake, and they just wouldn't let me shake them and let me work. I gotta start getting this guy irritated because I walk downstairs, he'd follow me, I'd walk upstairs. He'd follow me, I'd walk back downstairs. He'd follow me, I'd walk back upstairs. Right? He'd follow me, I'd walk outside. So he'd follow me, I'd walk back in. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm checking everything out. Okay, go ahead. So, get off target here. You're there to be their service professional, not their friend. And the reason you keep the chit chat low is because one, you want to create a breakaway. I get them about 95% of the time. They'll leave me alone. It's always that small 5% that won't, but they just stick to you no matter what you do. They will stick to your butt like glue, no matter what you do. But I've learned just don't answer, don't talk, don't initiate conversation with them.
You gotta send me
Until-
guys that video that you sent us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
Sorry to be interrupted.
All right,
I'll get
don't.
the customer that'll, like you're working on the air conditioner, so suddenly he has to do yard work right here there.
Yeah.
He's not actually hovering over you,
Yeah.
but he's like breaking the lawn.
Yeah.
I had
Watching
somebody
it.
like that yesterday. Was
Raking
calling
the
me.
dirt up in that one.
Right.
Downstairs, outside, like I'm going to the truck, get filter, he'll wait. As soon as I come back to the door, he's sitting there waiting for me, and I go back
Yeah,
downstairs.
that's
he's
what they
right
got
behind me.
He was at the door waiting for me. Trying to go to the truck, trying to break away from me. Be at that door waiting for me.
Waiting for you.
Sometimes agoraphobes, there's people like that have that issue. It's just ingrained in there, they can't. You're in their house, you're their safe space, so they have
That
to watch.
nosiness meter has went up.
That's what they've been screwed
No, I said
over so
something
many
to
times.
do
They didn't want to
with
make
this
sure you're doing what you said you was gonna
Yeah.
do.
The newsometer.
Yeah, nosometer meter.
All right, so the second rule is don't spill your candy. All right, they name it like this kind of. They name things like this so that it's kind of quippy and it's easy to remember. So don't spill your candy means to not give them too much information. Do never use the words. Never ever use the words. Just or I think. Whenever you're looking at it and you're like, it's just a capacitor, you have lowered the value of something. And I'll give you an example, right, of how that works. So, let's say you're looking to, your unit's freezing up, right? And you're doing diagnosis, and the customer's like, so what do you think it is? What's the problem? And you say, your coil's just dirty, right? And then you whip out, so When I say it's just a dirty coil, what do you think is a price? You just throw out a number. First number comes to mind on this.
$79.
$79?
Just saying what customers think they would be.
Yeah. It's just a coil.
Now, we're looking at the same thing and I say, there's a fault in your heat transfer media. Throw out a price. What do you think?
200. You just named something that they wouldn't even recognize. Like, what is that?
We need to do a heat transfer media restoration. Sounds much different than it's just a dirty coil. Right? So we're going back to the verbal packaging again. It's just a dirty coil. It's worth $79 tops, where you have a fault in your heat transfer media, which is the same thing. A coil is just a transfer media for heat or cooling for $200. I actually had a customer call up here that said, we told him he had a faulty heat transfer media and he had to replace it, and we gave him prices for it, right? And it came to like the price, the option that he was choosing was $3,200 altogether, right? And he's like, my wife wants me to call somebody else and get a second opinion. So they came in and said, you have a leaky coil. That's all it is. We can replace that for $1,000. Now, first off, this guy's working out of back of his truck. He doesn't have an office or fancy tools or anything like that. Very, very basic, right? What's a coil cost? $500. So he can pay for himself, and he makes $500 at the end of the day. Yes, you have office to pay for, you have lights, and you have phones, and answering services, and computer programs, and advertising, and all kinds of other stuff that goes into paying for it. He went online and gave us a bad review. He's like, they misdiagnosed the problem. So I called him up and I'm like, sir, we didn't misdiagnose the problem. You're saying your review that you had a leaking coil. Yes. That's what a heat transfer media is. What? A coil is a heat transfer media. It is the same thing. They're one and the same. Just different ways to call the same thing. So, that's the whole point of verbal packaging. If you say, I think it might be your coil, customer then is doubting you. If you're doubting yourself, they're going to doubt you. Right? So whenever you say the words, I think this might be the problem, you should be testing some more to find out if that actually is the problem. Now here's something that takes a little bit of practice. One question gets one sentence, and then you look at them. Zig Ziglar is a guy who wrote a whole bunch of books and taught all these classes on sales. He was the quintessential salesman. He is the one that started putting a format to sales. He's like the old expert. He would always say the first person to speak in any negotiation loses.
Mm-hmm. All right, go.
And there's a large amount of truth to that. So you don't want to explain yourself into the ground. You give them their options. What should we do? Then you wait. They're going to take up to 30 seconds to decide what they want, what they think is the best. They usually do it within 15. 90% of people have decided what they want within 15 seconds. If they decide your price is too high, they're about to hammer your own price. Nothing you say is going to make them want to buy it unless they have to. And they're automatically going straight to the bottom, because they don't feel that there's value in what you've done. But they'll ask a question. And what I've seen in the past is a lot of times when somebody asks a question, they'll just keep, you'll just keep over answering, trying to explain why they should pay this money. Don't need to do that. Let's say, I'll give an example. They have a bad capacitor, going back to capacitor because it's pretty much a universal, easy repair. And they say, you have a fault in your voltage enhancement system, Our top option, which is our most premium, most permanent option, is the one that lets me take my time, do a great job, and leave you with a better warranty. If you did that today, it would be a complete voltage enhancement system restoration. Comes with a 2-year warranty, a 1-year planned maintenance, 2 precision tune-ups. We're gonna do a performance enhancement service. We're going to upgrade your voltage distribution system. We're gonna do electrical termination service. And if you did all that today, it would be $1,120. I think that's what it costs, just a guess.
Somewhere in that area.
Yeah, it's $1,120. What should we do?
Pretty good, but you forgot to clean, one of the lines to clean the unit.
Yeah,
Restore the unit to a clean condition.
restore the unit to clean condition. Yeah, so
1 year plate maintenance, 2 precision,
He said that one.
I said that one.
He did say
Yeah,
that
so
one?
2-year warranty.
Yeah. The only one he
So,
didn't say was clean the unit.
so they go, well,
I missed it.
what is the voltage distribution system? Well, it's the part of your unit that provides power to the rest of your unit. I've actually had a couple of them too stare me down, trying to get me to be the first one to give in. But it's not about giving in. It's about just doing the right thing. And I've literally, I got the tablet like this, and they're like this.
We was on one like that together. I mean, they was pausing. I was looking at them both. I'm like, who's gonna blink first?
And I just have a smile on my face and just have it out there like that. And I wait, and then they'll ask you another question, and then maybe another one. But eventually they're gonna run out of questions. And so if you over-answer, you're gonna give them the opportunity to ask you 10 more questions and keep you there for 6 hours. You go, well, what is a voltage distribution system? It's part of the system that provides power to the rest of your system. What's electrical termination service? We take all the electrical terminations inside the unit, we remove all the rusty ones and all the ones that are worn out from time, and we replace them. And it just stop, like, just wait. And, you know, in all honesty, even if you're only sitting there 10 seconds, it'll seem like a long time. It'll seem like a long time while you're waiting. I mean, just to kind of give you an example, you know, let's everybody look right at me, right? Ready? We're gonna count down. That was 10 seconds. Did that seem like the longest 10 seconds? That was 10 seconds, man.
The longest part of our day is the 5-minute delay it takes to turn the compressor on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 minutes, you just staring at a clock.
That's been 5 minutes.
Man, it's been like 8 minutes, I swear. 15 something.
So don't spill your candy.
Bypass that.
Yeah. All right, stop trying to educate the customer. There is always the traditional thought of, we need to educate the customer. We need to make the customer more knowledgeable so they understand. Well, let me tell you something. This is a fact. The customers already understand. They understand what they're good at, what they care about. They don't want to be plumbers. They don't want to be HVAC guys. And if they did, they could go get an apprenticeship, work for an HVAC company or a plumbing company for the next 3 to 5 years and get good enough to be an HVAC tech or a plumber or an electrician or whatever you're doing. They have no interest in being this. So if they have no interest, you trying to teach them, what would be the point of that? What is the point of that? So it says on there, your customer is already an expert in their own field of study. So let's say they're a nurse. They're an expert in the field of medicine. Not as much an expert as a doctor, although I personally feel nurses know more than doctors half the time.
They do.
And it takes a year to develop skill, technical expertise, not to mention it costs thousands of dollars to get good at learning this stuff, to have the tools that you need for the job, right? So why are you trying to give all that knowledge away? So look, we're not trying to deceive anybody, but we're not there to teach them. They ask questions, we can answer them, right? Yeah, we can answer them, but we're not there to be their teacher. there's so many people that will sit there and spend hours trying to explain to customers why it's important to do this and this and this and this and this, and this is the steps that you're gonna go through to do it. And the fact is, they don't care that much. That's why you're there. They don't really care quite that much. Next one, be the expert. Project confidence in your company. Don't give a diagnosis until you know for sure that is the problem. Okay? So, let's say you're at a unit. Let's say you're at an AC unit. And the unit is, for some reason, the fan's not on. What is your first step? Anybody?
I spin the fan with a screwdriver to see if it's the capacitor.
That's a pretty good way.
Yeah.
Well, let's say that works.
Mhm.
Let's say that works. You get it spinning. All right, what's your diagnosis?
Well, I don't know yet. I gotta
Okay.
open up the unit and look inside and see what's going on.
Okay, so you go look inside, and the capacitor's obviously bad. What's your next step?
I'm gonna check the fan voltage, I'm gonna check the compressor voltage, amperage.
There you go. Right. So you're actually you're taking it a step further to try to figure out. A lot of people will grab that capacitor and walk in with a bad capacitor.
Check the resistance on the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be those items that cause the capacitor to fail.
Be the other way
Check the
around.
board, sometimes
Yeah.
wires from the board,
Yeah.
the motor might fall off, or break off.
So there are a lot of different things that could be going on right here, right? How about who sticks their hands on top of it and checks the heat?
Yeah,
I do.
as I walk up, that's the first thing, put your hand on top, spin the
Yeah,
fan.
check the heat on that fan. Because sometimes it'll spin for a while and the bearings in there will heat up and lock that whole fan up.
Yep.
You know?
Check the improve.
Yeah, and crawl. Like, if you spend a couple minutes actually trying to narrow down the problem, you'll know for sure what it is. And if you walked in and you handed it and you said, yeah, you need a new voltage enhancement system, blah, 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 you go out there and you put in, he's like, yeah, let's do the platinum. And you do it all up, you put it in there, you turn it on, it runs for 5 minutes and it turns off. What's gonna happen? One, the customer's gonna lose faith in you completely.
Mhm.
Two, you're gonna call Amy and Amy's gonna be like, there's no excuse, go grab a fan off your truck and put it in.
That's probably the only one repair that I've found when you're getting in the capacitor, condenser fan. Like if you find the cap is defective, definitely check that fan. Or you might wanna just go ahead and give them the options to do the cap and the fan, bronze and above. And then,
Yeah,
if they don't
that
want,
way-
if they wanna decline that, just do the cap, cool. We don't know how long the fan's gonna last, but if you don't have the money, that's cool, we'll just do the cap for now. But that's the only one repair I've seen that really has to be done that way.
That's totally
And they
totally
put it
makes
all in the
sense.
notes too.
I used
Yes.
the
Lots of
capacitor.
notes.
I used the capacitor as an example because it can go so many ways.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the what we encountered the other day. We walked into a house, right, and Joey was getting a call to go out there because the AC unit we installed was leaking. So we go out there, and there's some water around the furnace. He finds that it's leaking from the pipe.
I missed this one.
He said, main drain. So, we go in there and we look at the pipe. All right. Well, we go upstairs, we follow it, we're gonna have to cut a hole in the wall, find out where this pipe's leaking. Okay. Cut a hole in the wall. Right? You can smell it, it's terrible. Right? Look up, it's coming from somewhere upstairs on the second floor. We go up, cut a hole in the wall, get permission from the homeowner, and we put our head way back there and find it's leaking from the back of the sink. Right? But had we just said, hey, we found a leak, we can do a leak repair, we could have found ourselves in a lot of trouble because once we figured out what the price to do that would be, it was around $4,000. Right? We had to take the entire sink out, the drain, the vent, all of it out, turn the toilet off, water to the house, drain the whole house down, fix the leak, then test it, and then push them all back. Right? And then we had to put access panels all the way down. And then we were gonna do a duct cleaning on top of that. She decided to go with somebody cheaper, but it's not the point, you know? Had we had just said, it's a leak, you know, we gave them like level 1 leak repair, and they went, oh yeah, let's go ahead and do the platinum version of that, which is like $700, we'd have got ourselves in all kinds of trouble. Yeah, because it would take 2 or 3 guys all day long to pull that sink out and do all those repairs. Right? So,
Then she was getting a whole new sink and everything.
yeah.
She was taking it out, getting a whole new sink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought, it was pitched backwards. Had a slight lean to, so I thought it was draining out the back corner of the
You thought
coil.
what was?
Thought that's what they're talking about.
No, it was running down because the pipe, the drain was run through. I mean, yeah, and the water
So it
line.
was
That's
actually,
right.
okay,
It
so
was dripping
right.
down into the ductwork and then going down the
It was
crack.
traveling down the pipe and all the way down to the basement.
Yeah.
But it
I
ran
couldn't-
through her duct.
Oh yeah, I couldn't find a single thing wrong out of that, except I thought it was leaning back. So that's what I thought it was. Joey went out there and looked at that, and then it turns out you guys had to go all the way up through the house and find the leak.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the woods and through the mountains to grandma's house.
That's maintenance right there, you ain't go to that.
Alright, so that brings me to my next subject, it's not exactly on here. It's called extended diagnostics. Now, you don't generally run into this in HVAC, but you will run into it in plumbing. And, you know, considering everybody's, gonna be dabbing in plumbing a little bit, I want you all to hear this, because this is almost exactly what happened, alright? So, you had the furnace sitting here in the basement, and there's a puddle of water around it. Right? You follow that back into a wall, and there's this pipe right here, coming down behind. Well, we can see it running down this pipe into here. So, after we determined where it was coming from, we had to go upstairs, clear out this lady's closet, cut a hole right here. So once we cut a hole, we could see this ran up and then through some ductwork, and there was water literally running down the pipe, around the pipe, and dripping on the ground. Water's just gonna follow that stuff all the way down and around. So we had to go up here and cut a hole in the hallway. And this traveled back here to a bathroom. And then the sink was right here. And there's a leak right there.
That thing leaked far.
Yeah. I've heard stories of guys going into a basement, right? They go into a basement and they find a leak. So they cut, they're down here and they find a leak right here, right? So they cut a hole here,
Dripping in.
cut a hole here,
Coming out
cut a hole
of
here,
the- Dripping in, dripping out.
right?
And then pipe. on the
And then they
side
see this
all the way
pipe goes
down
up this way.
From the,
So they cut a hole here and they cut a hole here. And then it runs back across this way. So they cut a hole like this trying to chase this pipe. Then it goes up and then over to a shower. And they finally find the leak. And they had to cut 15 holes. Now, by the time you cut the 3rd hole, you've been there an hour. That 95, or if they're a Comfort Club member, is gone after that. At the end, and he was there. I went and talked to her and said, look, we need to cut a hole in the wall upstairs. I have to let you know that this is the last thing we can do for free. After that, we have to be paid to continue to do diagnostics. She said, I understand. Go ahead. We went up there, cut a hole, and happened to find it. So, just remember that. You're going to have to talk to customers sometimes and tell them that you're going to do extended diagnostics. Now, being as I've been an HVAC tech forever, I haven't encountered that with HVAC. You can narrow it down pretty quick.
There are some times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
control
I
issues.
probably should have charged
Gremlins.
95,
Yeah.
When you're chasing a gremlin,
but yeah.
For the most
Oh.
part, it's with plumbing that you can have a leak that's somewhere
Yeah.
throughout this.
In the ceiling, behind a wall, you would never know where it's at exactly
That
coming
problem
from.
that you
You
guys
have to
had,
know
you
exactly
never
where it's coming
said
from.
that.
Or you'll fix a problem and you
Harvey
won't fix the
Dawson.
problem.
Yeah.
Harvey Doss.
That problem you guys had?
Cause if we just sat there and fixed that
Yeah,
pipe,
Harvey
remember we
Doss.
thought, the guy was like, it's leaking right here, down in the basement. We'd have fixed
Why you
that,
guys
that
had
right
problem.
there, it'd have still been leaking. We came back and just did more work
Yeah.
for free.
That-
Yeah.
Because we done told him
That
already
one
what
and
the price was.
isolation
So
valve.
we had to, you
Carolina
gotta
Ave
find out what the
HVAC
problem is.
school.
Okay.
Okay, so. Do me a favor, open up your new flat rate app real quick. You can go back to this in a minute. In the section called presentation script, we do a little exercise here from time to time to help everybody with remembering the script. All right? And it's just a little mimicking exercise. It's gonna take a minute with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start right at the top. It's a clarification and greeting, right? Basically how you introduce yourself. And I'm gonna start off, and then it'll go clockwise. Mike will repeat me, Gary will repeat me, Will will repeat me, Kevin will repeat me, and Rob will repeat me. We usually don't have this many people in here, so it's gonna take like a
We
minute.
did this in school, by the time the end gets the end, it's gonna change, right?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi, my name is Rob.
my name is Rob.
Huh.
I mean, hi, my name is Mike.
Hey, hold up, I'm Rob too? Confused.
We got a lot of Robs here. Hi, my name is Gary.
Hi, my name is Will.
Hi, my name is Kevin.
Hi, my name is Rob.
Hi, my name is Rob. What brings me out here today?
Hi, my name is Mike. What brings me out here today?
Hi, my name is Gary. What brings me out here today?
Hi, my name is Will. What brings us out here today?
Hi, my name is Kevin. What brings us out here today?
Hi, my name is Rob. Did you bring me out here today? You said it was gonna change. Hi, my name is Rob. What brings us out here today?
All right, just to clarify,
Alright, just to clarify.
Alright, just to clarify.
Alright, just to clarify.
Just to clarify.
Just to clarify,
did the office
Just to clarify, did the office.
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 just to clarify, did the office?
tell you about our $95 service charge?
Just to clarify, did the office tell you about our $95 service charge?
Just to clarify, did the office tell you about our $95 service charge?
Just to clarify, did the office tell you about our $95 service charge?
Just to clarify, did the office tell you about our $95 service charge?
Just to clarify, did the office tell you about our $95 service charge?
Great. So why do we do it like this? The reason we do it like this is to push this into your brain, to make it so it is effective, and you gotta hear something 3 times for you to remember it. If you hear it 6 to 9 to 12 times, you can remember it for an hour or 2. You can remember it longer term if you just keep practicing and saying it. So we just did that whole thing, and you heard it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. All right. So once you get your tools,
You're not gonna do the rest of it?
no one's going to do the next line. Okay, just to let you know.
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 Okay, just to let you know, I will go ahead and take a look at the problem.
Okay, just to let you know, I will go ahead and take a look at the problem.
Okay, just to let you know, I will go ahead and take a look at the problem.
Okay, just to let you know, I'll go ahead and take a look at the problem.
Okay, just to let you know, I will go ahead and take care of the problem.
No, take a look at the
Take
problem.
care of it. We ain't taking care of it yet.
Yeah. Okay, just to let you know, I'll take a look at the problem.
Okay, just to let you know, I will go ahead and take a look at the problem, and I should be able to show you several options to take care of it today.
Okay, just to let you know, I will go ahead and take a look at the problem, and I should be able to show you several options to take care of it today.
Okay, just to let you know, I'll go ahead and take look at the problem, and I should be able to show you several options to take care of it today.
Okay, just to let you know, I'll go ahead and take a look at the problem, and I should be able to show you several options to take care of it today.
Okay, just to let you know, I will go ahead and take a look at the problem, and I should be able to show you several options to take care of it today.
Okay, just to let you know, I'll go ahead and take a look at the problem, and I should be able to show you several options that'll take care of the problem today.
And as long as you choose to repair it today,
As long as you choose to repair today,
And as long as you choose to repair today,
And as long as you choose to repair today,
And as long as you choose to repair today.
And as long as you choose to repair today,
and as long as you choose to repair it today, I will be able to waive that service charge for you.
as long as you choose to repair today, I will be able to waive the service charge for you. Is that okay? Oh, sorry.
as long as you choose to repair today, I will be able to waive the service charge for you. Is that okay?
No,
as long
I
as
can't
you choose
do
to
it.
repair today, I will be able to waive the service charge for you.
As long as you choose a repair today, I will be able to waive the service charge today.
as long as you choose to repair today, I'll be able to waive the service charge for you.
And as long as you choose to repair it today, I will be able to waive the service charge for you. Is that okay?
As long as you choose to repair today, I will be able to waive the service charge for you. Is that okay?
And as long as you choose to repair today, I'll be able to waive the service charge. Is that okay?
And as long as you choose to repair today, I'll be able to waive the service charge for you. Is that okay?
As long as you choose a repair today, I will be able to waive the service charge for you. Is that okay?
As long as you choose to repair today, I will be able to waive the service charge for you. Is that okay?
All right, so, the reason why they were saying, is it that okay, is because they've read this 100 times. And they
Little bit.
automatically want to say the next line. You have to kind of restrain yourself while you're, because we've practiced this 100 times, right? And the reason we practice it is not, once you can do this verbatim, word for word, then you can use it as a framework. What is a framework? What does that mean? Well, if you're using it as a framework, you have the basic idea of what you're trying to say, right? You talk to a customer, you're saying, hey, Mr. Customer, I'm going to be able to give you, just to clarify, the office tell you about the $95 service charge? Yes. Okay, I'm going to be able to give you several options to take care of this problem today. And if you do that, I'll be able to get rid of that $95 charge. Is that okay? Yes. Now, I didn't say it word for word, but I used the framework that we built around this script to say approximately the same thing. But there's a key to this, is that you have to learn the script 100% first, and then you can create frameworks, right? Then you can say the thing that makes most sense to you, as long as you are saying these same ideals.
I do add in during this paragraph, when I'm talking to the customers, I
Yes.
bring up the maintenance policy and hand them the brochure. Make sure to hand every customer at the beginning that brochure so they're walking with it in their hand. That way you can, because you can use that to do 95 as well. Do you have anybody that does maintenance to it? No? Well, here's a brochure on our maintenance policy.
And that's how Garrett can go to somebody's house, give them a repair option, and walk out with a service policy but no repair. It's happened. All right. So you're gonna find it. You're gonna figure out what to do, and then you're going to go up and you're gonna grab the customer's attention and say, you know, Mr. Customer, do you have a minute?
Oh, all right. Mr. Customer, do you have a minute?
Mr. Customer, do you have a moment?
Mr. Customer, do you have a minute?
Mr. Customer, do you have a minute?
Mr. Customer, do you have a minute?
I'm a little concerned.
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 I found a fault in the, what are we gonna use? Something simple.
Voltage
Voltage
enhancement system.
enhancement system.
That's simple.
Brand identification system.
Brand identification, that's what it was. The brand identification system.
We changed the nameplate the other day.
That's what the nameplate is.
Okay. I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the.
That's what I started with.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry.
I'm a little concerned, I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry.
I'm a little concerned, I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry.
I'm a little concerned I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry. I got some options for you.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry. I've got some options for you.
I'm a little concerned, I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry, I've got some options for you.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry, I got some options for you.
I'm a little concerned, I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry, I got some options for you.
I'm a whole lot of concern I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry, I got some options for you.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry. I got some options for you. Would you like to go over them now?
I'm a little concerned. I found the fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry. I've got some options for you. Would you like to go over them now?
I'm a little concerned, I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry, I've got some options for you. Would you like to go over them now?
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry, I got some options for you. Would you like to go over them now?
I'm a little, I'm a little concerned, I found the fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry, I got some options for you. Would you like to go over them now?
I'm a little concerned I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system, but don't worry, I've got some options for you. Would you like to go over them now?
All right, so let's take, I found a fault in the voltage enhancement system and say inline waste grinding system, right? Everybody close this up for a minute. What's the first line?
I'm concerned I found a fault in the waste grinding system.
Yeah, that's good. So that's the point. That was the point right there. So you gotta be able to do it without looking at your tablet. So, Mike, go ahead.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the
Waste
waste grinding system. But don't worry. I've got several options for you. Would you like to go over them now?
Right? Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Will. You've already done this one once.
I'm a little concerned. I found a fault in the inline waste grinding system, but don't worry. I forgot about it.
I got some options.
I got some options for you. Would you like to go over them now?
Good job.
Good job, man. Good job. He's been doing it for a year. He's been doing it for a year. He's been doing
You
it for a
sounded
year.
like you've been doing it for a good 6 months.
I've been doing this since.
Don't say we've been doing it for years.
Come on,
We
Kevin.
mess up. It's gonna
Right, yeah, don't put that juju on me.
Hold on. Go ahead, Kevin.
I am
A little
I'm a
concerned.
little concerned. I found a
Fault.
fault in the, what did you say, grinding?
Waste grinding system.
Inline waste grinding
Okay, I'm a
system.
little concerned. I found a fault in the waste grinding system, but don't worry, I have some options for you. Would you like to take a look at it?
Pretty good, man, pretty good. So this is why we do this practice, to make it stick right here. Now, when you talk to a customer, you keep doing it, you go up to them, it'll flow. It'll be easy for you to say because, like I said, you'll start to create a framework.
You would do it yourself once, even though you remember.
Yeah,
what
sometimes it just come right off your tongue.
Yeah, it just come out of your
Damn,
tongue,
why
but
do
you
that
already
part
know
yet?
what you exactly was.
Right.
Once you read this book a couple times and you start seeing the same repairs over,
Yeah.
and you start seeing the same lines over and over,
Yeah.
you actually will start to you'll have it memorized.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
roll off your tongue.
That's why we can just roll through the,
Kinda,
faster
it
repairs.
gets to where you go in, you greet them, you're like, okay, show me the unit, show me the sink, whatever, you go in, and then you're like, okay, did the officer inform you about the 95, okay, get my tools, go diagnose the problem, you come up, I'm a little concerned, blah, 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 it just all flows.
Even when you get into repairs, it's a lot of it's the same words over and over and over
Yeah.
too.
So, well, we're gonna go through on how to read this real quick. So the first thing you're gonna do, you'll see something like complete inline waste grinding system renovation, right? So the way you're gonna read this is you're gonna say, My top option, which is my most premium, most permanent option, allows me to take my time, do a great job, leave you with a better warranty. And to be honest, it really addresses everything I see in there. If you did that today, it would be you read that top line, complete inline waste grinding system renovation, right? Now, from here, you jump down to here where it says warranty. It comes with a 2-year warranty, a 1-year safety inspection. I am gonna change that verbiage to say a 1-year planned maintenance and 2 precision tune-ups, just to make you aware. I just haven't got to it yet. I'm gonna be doing it this week. So by the end of the week, it'll say at the bottom, 1-year inline, 1-year, planned maintenance with 2 precision tune-ups.
Mine say that.
On some of them,
Oh, okay.
on some of them, most of them say 1-year
But not for
safety.
the garbage.
1 year inspection.
Yeah. 1-year safety inspection, and then you're gonna go up from there. Now, the reason that you're gonna go up instead of reading it straight down is, believe it or not, the way your mind works, just like everybody's, you are used to reading this line, then this line, then this line, then this line, straight down. But the problem is, because you've been taught that way your whole life, you don't even start on this line until you've read that line. Right? You've read this entire line, then you will start on it, which will cause you to stammer by accident. And the customer will feel like maybe you don't know what you're talking about. Right? You'll be like, inline waste grinding system comes with a waste drain basket renovation and, whereas if you read it from bottom to top, your mind actually reads the next line. It's under accessories, I believe. It reads the line above it as you're reading it. So as you're reading 1-year safety inspection, your eyes are already going over the line above it. A waste drain basket system rejuvenation, and then you're just going up. And it makes it much easier to read.
Don't work that way if you got one eye. Don't work that way if you got one eye. Can you agree?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this is built for the other 98% of us that have 2 eyes.
He and I both were shot in the eye or blind to one.
Right. It's the irony in that.
Right?
It is.
Irony.
So that's how you're gonna read it. Complete inline waste grinding system renovation comes with a 2-year warranty, a 1-year safety inspection, a blah, 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 all the way up to the top. You stop on this line.